Alright, so today we're talking about parametric equations. Parametric equations is when we're adding a third variable. So traditionally we have x and y. Okay, that's rectangular. That would be in our rectangular coordinates. Parametric is when we're talking about we're throwing in a third variable. Most of the time it's t for time, so you use that in just different situations. So parametric is when there's a third variable involved. Okay, if you're going to continue on with math, then you're going to be using this in calculus and whatnot. Parametric equations. What we're talking about is when you write x and y in terms of t. So in what we're doing today, we're going to be using t. It could be z, it could be just whatever a third variable is. So let's look at an example. I want to sketch the curve and solve for rectangular coordinates. Okay, rectangular coordinates would be my x and y that I would use to graph like normal. So my equations are x equals t squared minus 4 and y equals t divided by 2. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a table so that I know what to graph. Okay, so I'm going to have 3 spots because I'm going to have t, x, and y. Okay, I'm going to plug in the numbers -2, -1, 0, 1, and 2 for t so that I can get my x and y's for this. These are just the normal numbers that we usually use. Okay, so I'm going to plug -2 in for t here and get x. Okay, because that's what x equals. So -2 squared is 4. 4 minus 4 is 0. Okay, then I'm plugging -1 in for x. So -1 squared is 1. Minus 4 is -3. Okay, plug in 0. 0 squared is 0. Minus 4 is -4. Plug in 1. 1 squared minus 4, or 1 minus 4 is -3. Okay, plug in 2. 2 squared is 4, minus 4 is 0. So those are my x values using these t. Okay, then I'll take these and I'll plug them in t for y so I can get my y values. So -2 divided by 2 is -1. -1 divided by 1 is -1/2. Okay, 0 divided by 2 is 0. 1 divided by 2 is 1/2. And 2 divided by 2 is 1. So these are my values. So now to graph, I'm going to ignore this t and graph these values like normal. Okay? So when x is 0, y is -1. When x is -3, y is -1/2. Okay, when x is -4, y is 0. When x is -3, 1/2. And when x is 0, 1. Okay? So this would be my graph. Okay, now to get the equation of this, just in our normal y equals with x, our t, we just get rid of t in our equations. I'm going to solve for t in either equation and then substitute it in. Okay, usually you're going to use your x just because it's easier to do. So I'm going to take the x equals t squared minus 4 and I'm going to solve for t. Okay, well to get t by itself I need to add 4 to both sides. So I get t squared equals x plus 4. Okay, to get rid of the square root, or square root I square root. So t equals plus or minus the square root of x plus 4. Okay, then I'm going to take this and I'm going to substitute it in for t into my y equation. So I get y equals plus or minus square root of x plus 4 divided by 2. Okay, if I were to type this in the calculator, the positive would give me this version up here, and then the negative would give me this version down here. Okay, so this would be the equation for this graph right here. Okay, let's look at another example. I have x equals t and y equals -2t. So again, I'm going to have my table t, x, and y. I'm going to use those same numbers. Okay, so when x equals t, well, these are going to be the same, so these are just going to be rewritten. Okay, then I need to plug in -2 for t here, so -2 times -2 is 4. Okay, -2 times -1 is 2. 0 times -2 is 0. 1 times -2 is -2. And 2 times -2 is -4. Okay, so when I graph these, again, I'm ignoring the t because I changed it to be in rectangular so that I can graph it. So when I graph -2, 4, -1, 2, 0, 0, 1, -2, and 2, -4. So this would be my equation, or my graph, sorry. To get the equation, I have t equals x. I just flipped it around because I know what t equals. So then I take that and I plug it in for t. Okay, I just substitute it in. So y equals -2x would be the equation of this line. Okay, so that's all for this. Your assignment is A11, page 776, numbers 3 through 10. Please let me know if you have any questions, and good luck.